What's up guys, it's Mama Deadhead and I am back with another Fear Friday. So this week I want to talk to you guys about Luciana. I honestly can't believe that I haven't talked about her before now because I did put her in my top 5 favorite characters still alive list. So she does mean a great deal to me. The wonderful idea came from Fear Source. Last week they also gave me the idea for that Fear Friday. So thank you guys again so much. I really appreciate it. And again, I really love your Twitter page. But first things first, I want to talk about Fear Friday. And this Sunday, Fear the Walking Dead comes back on. And I've actually had a lot of people ask me, am I still going to do Fear Friday? So honestly, the answer to that is absolutely, duh! I'm still going to do it. I know that I can't bring in, like brand new topics, talk about like specific characters or go into detail about certain stuff like that. Maybe I will certain weeks, maybe I'll come out with multiple videos, but definitely I'm still going to do Fear Friday, and I think at least it's going to be a discussion about that week's episode. I always call things videos now. But yeah, that week's episode will be talked about and discussed in great detail that Friday. Now, the exception to that rule might be the premiere, just because I'm so excited about the premiere. I'm so excited. I might want to talk about it like immediately. But if that's the case, I'll still do some type of Fear Friday. As far as this weekend goes, tell me, what do you guys want to see as a video? I do plan on doing more than just this for Fear the Walking Dead. I might even do some Walking Dead videos. I'm sorry, I'm just more excited about Fear at this point. I do plan on making at least one other video about kind of both shows, and that's just about Morgan and why I love Morgan. Because while I've stayed away from him as far as Fear the Walking Dead is concerned, he is still my favorite on The Walking Dead, so he definitely deserves to have a video about him and why I love him so much and just what I think about his character. But let's go ahead and talk about Luciana. Again, if you guys have any ideas, please tell me. I would absolutely love to make your video idea. Also, I'm changing my Patreon around, and the $10 reward rank is going to be a video of your choice. So if you want me to react to something or make a video on a certain topic, it can be anything, not Fear the Walking Dead, anything life related in general. It should be changed by the time this video goes up at least. As far as changing some other ranks around, I'm going to do that soon. So I guess something to look out for my folks on Patreon. But Luciana, time to talk about Luciana. Now, the reason why I love this character so much is because she is strong. And she might not be like 100% confident in herself at all times, but I think that she really, trusts herself. And this is a character that could have gone so downhill. This character could have, ultimately came to an end because of certain things that happened to her. And at this point, I'm talking about her community. This is a place where, she went in and she had all this faith in a leader that said, he had the answer. He was the cure. He had this bite. It was really from a walker. So basically he was the cure, and it was this light in the apocalypse that she had, and she had to find out at some point that it really wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel. And some people with that news, it would just be crippling to them. Like they wouldn't be able to handle it. They would have just spiraled. It could have ended with them dying. It could have ended with them, acting recklessly or just not ever fully recovering from it. And I think that it is something that if she's not fully recovered from at this point, she is nearly there. She's such a strong character, such a strong female character. And of course, I love to see, a strong, independent female character. At first, I could say, I think that she was kind of dependent on the Colonia and the leader, but that quickly changed whenever, all the news came out about it. And I felt sorry for her, but I think that she took like a split second to think about that and then was kind of on to the next thing, like, what am I going to do? Another thing that I really, really like about her, and I really, really like about Fear the Walking Dead in general, is that they bring in such strong characters from, different countries, different cultures. I really like the fact that we have such strong Spanish characters in this show. I'm one of the people that I've heard so many complain that they have to read subtitles and that, so much of the show is in Spanish and that kind of stuff. But that's something that I extremely love and appreciate. And I love that, Nick was kind of being brought into that. He might not be a character that I'm 100% crazy about, but he respected that. He was trying, to learn Spanish, learn her culture to help, build her up and make her happy as much as it was a good thing for him, I think, too, to really connect with somebody and, help learn something about them as well. But I really just like that aspect, that we get to see people from different countries, really strong representation from other places, because obviously most of the Walking Dead characters that we've seen are, just from the United States. And obviously when the apocalypse happens, it's going to happen to everyone. At this point, we know that it's worldwide. It happened to everyone, but we don't get to see representation of that. And while I think that, like Daniel, the Salazars are a really strong family, I think that, I don't know what it is about Luciana. Again, this is just my opinion, but she is just such a strong, independent, strong-willed person. And even when she was at, the ranch, she didn't like it. She left. Like, she wasn't gonna put somebody else, Nick, or something that she didn't like over her own self and being comfortable in what she wanted to do at a time like this. And I think that that is such a strong thing. And we saw one or two other characters at a certain point do the same type of thing. Strand being one of them. He did stay at the hotel, and Alicia, she at one point said, no, I'm going to go this route. And I think that that's a very admirable thing to do, whether or not that means, maybe leaving the show for a certain period of time, or that means just, having your own portion of the show, because we still saw stuff with, Alicia and Strand at that point. But I think it's such a respectable, cool thing to be like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm not comfortable with this. I'm going to head out. And I think that's one reason why I respect Luciana so much, because even though I think that she had really found some happiness with Nick, she was able to be like, you know what? This, at this point in time, is not worth it to me. I'm getting out. Plus, she's been shot. She's been through so much at this point, and it wasn't even that far into the apocalypse for her to be like, you know what? Nope, I'm not dependent on anybody else. I'm heading out. Now, as far as her coming back into the show, I'm so curious how all of this is going to work, because not only is she coming back into the show, but nobody, we don't know where anybody was. We don't know how they got together. We don't know anything. I mean, we know about Madison, but that's essentially it. We see people in, sneak peeks. By the way, I haven't seen any released in the past week. I don't really want to see it. I know that there are, whole portions of the show, I think I saw somebody share something on Twitter that was, 2 minutes of the episode, and I was like, nope, I want to see all of it fresh. I want to see all of it on screen for you guys, so you guys can see my reaction genuinely to the entire episode. But yeah, so excited. Now, as far as her meeting up with them, I feel like this was something that was kind of discussed beforehand, but not with Luciana in the picture. Texas was discussed before, and I think that it would be okay to assume that if they went to Texas and there was a big place that was talked about, the dam was a place that was talked about, the marketplace, I can't fully remember what that was called, but the marketplace that they were at, where they were trading with water and all that, that was a big place. So I think that if Luciana was already there, she was already established at this place, then it would totally make sense for the rest of the group to meet up with her. Now, the rest of the group, not too sure about. It could be a similar deal. They could just all end up there at a different time. I mean, it's not completely out of question for something like that to happen, because I hear a lot of people, as far as The Walking Dead goes, like, oh, how would Morales meet up after all this time? How would Morgan find his way back? And Washington, D.C. is like a pinnacle place. It's a huge place that you think about, you know, like, where could order be? Maybe here. And now if it was just some random place like, oh, let's go to Kansas, and everybody just randomly met up at Kansas after not seeing each other, that would be weird and unbelievable. But a place like the CDC in Atlanta, Houston, Texas, Washington, D.C., big cities or big places like that, totally understandable. In a case like this, you know, Houston, Texas, I think that that's absolutely a possibility. If they start heading that way and, you know, hear of a big place, like, oh, there's this big trading place here, and they all somehow find their way to there. Yeah, I find that believable. But we'll have to see. Now, there is a huge time hop between season 3 and season 4, so I'm sure that we'll have some sort of backstory to make up for how they all meet together. I'm so curious about Morgan as well. But I think that that's going to be it for this video. Kind of went into an off topic. Again, I'm just so excited for this. I could talk for days. I could talk until it comes on, because I don't want to talk while it's on. But yeah, that's going to be all for this Fear Friday. If you guys have any other topic you want me to talk about, please let me know. I would love to make it. I'm so excited for Sunday. I don't really have any huge plans between now and then, other than adding another feather to my hair for my reaction, but that's about it. I plan on making a video about Morgan in the meantime, and I was thinking about Patreon, because I'm making new rewards, and just explaining it and explaining what Walker Soccer Con Nashville would mean to me if I was able to go, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, other than those 3, I do want to make more. I just want to have a weekend jam-packed with a whole bunch of videos. So if you guys want to see anything, please, 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 please comment below. I would absolutely love to make it for you. But yeah, again, gonna be all for this Fear Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, like and subscribe. Bye, guys.